Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So this is the XRP Daily, an XRP related news website where I found this article. I know it isn't the newest news. It came out a day or two ago, but I found something interesting here. European bank announces XRP usage across 80 countries. So news media website American Banker reported that Euro Exim Bank, which we were talking about a few days ago, plans to not only deploy XRapid this quarter, but also plans to scale their usage of XRapid over 80 countries. So this is a big step for these guys, and I'll tell you why. 80 countries is not a small portion of their business. They basically want to scale XRapid over their entire business, okay? We're interested in moving forward and creating a platform for payments for our clients who are in over 80 countries at the moment, making sure that they have a smooth, frictionless way of paying local people. What is extremely fascinating is that Euro Exim Bank was invited to attend Ripple's Swell conference in October of last year prior to being a client of Ripple, and just under 4 months, they are already announcing XRapid deployment going live in Q1 of 2019. Wow. Quickest client signing, conversion to real world use ever. Well, I don't really know that, but I'm assuming 4 months. All it took was 4 months. They signed on with Ripple. I know a lot of these customers have been signed on for a year or more, wanted to test pilot Ripple's technology before they went online. And, some of them are still kind of, sorting out the kinks, right? But these guys, they're ready to roll in 80 countries right off the bat, 4 months. Okay, that's got to show confidence that Ripple's technology, either the head of EuroXM Bank is somewhat crazy, or that Ripple's technology is so good that it stands on its own and it speaks for itself. I feel like the latter is probably true. And so these guys are just willing to take the plunge. 80 countries, first quarter of 2019, and they only heard about XRapid in October. Yes, October 2018. So there must have been quite a catalyst for EuroXM Bank to move so quickly. Most likely massive savings, since that is what XRapid is known for, as well as considering the fact they operate in over 80 countries. It is likely they have a huge portfolio of pre-funded accounts. So yeah, that's another reason. If they're realizing that their cost savings are going to come from being able to free up the dormant capital in Nostro accounts, then they will definitely favor Ripple technology over the current situation. Lastly, Euro Exim Bank stated that they hope other banks take the same path. Well, I feel that once this is the beginning of the domino effect, and I don't know if you guys remember, I did a video, I don't remember when it was about a podcast, and I forget who was even interviewed in the podcast, but they said something very, very interesting. It was a cryptocurrency related person, obviously, who they were. Oh, that's right. He kind of was in behind the scenes, and he kind of understood how the companies worked. Forget who it was. Nevertheless, he did say that everybody is basically ready to jump on board as soon as the tech is perfected. Nobody wants to be first. This is what he said. Nobody wants to be first, but everybody is clamoring to be second. So once we see these big partners jump on board, I feel like we're going to start seeing a flood. And also to that effect, the second part of that is the domino effect. Once these banks see savings and pass those savings on to their customers, how can their competitors really compete? At that point, you kind of have to use the same technology. If your customer is saving 60, 70%, and you are not because you're using the old technology, you kind of have to compete. Another point in that direction. So this video is that's the theme of this video, 2019, and will we see XRP start really shooting up once all these kinks kind of get sorted out? And I know other YouTubers have covered this. Top 20 global banks will be using XRP in 2019. Now, Yoshitaka Kitao is the CEO and part owner of SBI Holdings. He also owns 13% of Ripple. And so, of course, he wants to use the technology, believes in the technology. He's also invested in it. But he is getting on board. SBI is getting on board with this. There won't be a bank in Japan not using Ripple. And so he is in the know within the financial sector in Japan. And he's also part owner of Ripple. So I thought that quote was interesting too. Just kind of showing you guys that when this thing catches fire, it's like the gasoline was poured on, the match was lit, and you probably won't be able to stop it. It's important to understand too that Japan is a very influential country, and if they're using the technology, as you can see here, just showing you kind of some statistics, projected GDP rankings 2018 to 2023, Japan has the third largest economy. Of course, it is dwarfed by China and the United States, but Japan, very, very influential in the world with regards to economics, the economy. Obviously, Ripple is an American company, and so, I wouldn't take these words lightly from Mr. Kitao. Top 20 banks will be using XRP in 2019. Very, very interesting on Twitter. We also have to remind ourselves why XRP is the greatest digital asset. Please replace all Ripples in the article with XRP. Because this article by BTC Wires, tweeted out by XRP_Jedi, that's at Jedi XRP. Thank you very much, my friend, for tweeting this out. 10 reasons to buy Ripple in 2019. And by Ripple, he means XRP, I'm sure. And guys, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. You should always be doing your own research before you make investment decisions. Nevertheless, here are some very, very good points. 2019 will be the launching pad. We all thought that 2018, big things were going to happen in 2018. And sure enough, they did not. The whole crypto industry was still kind of working out the kinks. We were in a bear market. But 2019, starting fresh, we're already seeing positive steps in the right direction. Brad Garlinghouse even thought that by the end of 2018, we'd see big things. But I think we all can kind of agree now that 2019 is going to be the year. So number one, Ripple Transaction Protocol. XRP can be used in the Ripple Transaction Protocol, which is used not just for transacting digital currency, but also money and information. The receiving person's agent would be responsible for moving the money along to the intended recipient. Security. You know what, guys? I'm not going to read all these. Of course, I link everything in the description. So if you want to read everything in more depth, you can. Just going to give you an overview here. So security. Number two. Number three, Ripple is a best friend to the banks. And of course, we know Ripple has partnered with the banks. And so what is the cryptocurrency banks in the world are going to trust when you have a big financial company backing it? XRP. That's right. Ripple is partnered with over 200 banks. And so we know that the banker-friendly coin, as termed by Bitcoin maximalists as a negative thing, is actually a positive thing. If you think about it, you will make money because it will be the coin of choice to facilitate the world's transfers. So the team at Ripple, very professional team. We hear in the news all the time how professional they are. Institutional investors. Let me just read this. In 2015, Ripple raked in $55 million in venture capital in just one funding round, two of whom are Google and Apple. So we know who are behind the Ripple team. The price, very, very low compared to what the value of an XRP token will provide in the future. Return on investment. I'm going to read this one. Ripple is one of the coins with a very great potential for a good return on investment. Last year, Ripple had performed a lot better than a lot of coins. It grew by more than 36,000%. While Bitcoin came out 14th on the list of best performers with a growth of a little over 1,000%, even though the coin has since dropped in price. This only goes to show how much growth the coin can attain. Sure, that was in a spec bull run, of course. As we know, spec bull runs are a little different than real world utility. Nevertheless, still a really good return on investment, considering you can buy a Ripple token at 33 cents. Technology, obviously better technology. Availability, we're seeing that XRP is being listed as a trading pair on more and more platforms. And there is a reason for this, guys. People are realizing that this token is going to be the token to transfer wealth. And they're not just listing any token out of a random pick of a hat, okay? There are reasons for this. And the development potential. So not only is Ripple using XRP, as you may know, they have created a initiative called Spring to promote development of the XRP token for real-world utility for startups. So guys, this is just the beginning of something that is going to be humongous. And 2019 for Ripple and XRP, I feel like will be kind of like Bitcoin's 2010 or 2011, in that you're really going to see price move by leaps and bounds very, very soon. And if you do not get on board, you will be left with everyone else. Remember, only like 0.01, I believe it is, and don't shoot me if that's the wrong number, but something like 0.01 of people are invested in XRP. So whenever you're taking a look at your investments and you're thinking, boy, I really shouldn't have bought in December 2017. The prices are down so much. Should I just bail on my position, put my money in a bank account and get myself a safe 2% if I'm lucky? I'll tell you something right now. I'm sitting on my XRP position until we see some real movement in 2019. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.